Many people head to the Boston Public Library to find copies of classic books. Today, BPL curator of rare books, Jay Moschella, is sharing a different kind of classic, written in July of 1776. This is the Declaration of Independence.
It's a little spectacular to see them all together.
Or should we say, the Declarations of Independence.
And even the fact that there are multiple copies. I think most people, they think there's one and it's in Washington somewhere.
It's a fascinating story, and it's a story not just about a document itself, but the making of the nation.
To appreciate the significance of all this, you need to look at this. The original Declaration of Independence, handwritten and signed by the 56 members of the Second Continental Congress.
You have to remember that that document was signed during wartime.
So this famous image, historic fiction?
Everyone isn't just sitting around a table. A lot of the delegates have to travel long distances to sign their names to it. During the 19th century, it became faded and used very, very quickly.
Enter William J. Stone, a master engraver. In 1820, then Secretary of State John Quincy Adams commissioned Stone to hand carve a hyper-accurate copper plate facsimile of the original Declaration and its signatures. The process took 3 years, and today the Boston Public Library has a rare proof from that plate, printed on paper.
This is as faithful to the original document as you can get. Most of us here that think of the Declaration of Independence are actually thinking about this printing.
Also in the collection is this recreation with actual signatures cut out and pasted in by former head of the Boston Public Library, Mellon Chamberlain.
You can see that these are all different pieces of paper. They've been sliced out of letters and receipts and deeds just because they have the signatures on them.
The oldest of these declarations were produced before the original was even fully signed, hand-printed to spread the word of the colony's independence.
These may have been the documents that were literally read off balconies to early colonialists or read in church.
Not only might have been, they were. That is what these were created for.
A sentimental favorite would have to be this early newspaper version with a familiar name.
July 18, 1776, the New England Chronicle. And there it is, top story.
You can see Declaration of Independence here and, advertisements for pottery, silverware, horses.
Wow.
It's a slice of life.
Well, it also reminds us that advertising always supports good journalism, right?
That's right.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Many Bostonians heard these words read aloud for the first time from the balcony of the old State House on Washington Street in Boston. But this is not the old State House. Seeing double?
We're here in front of the Weymouth Town Hall.
James Clark Jr. is chairman of the Weymouth Historical Commission.
This building was built in 1928. They wanted to go with a colonial theme, and they thought the State House would work well.
Lou Rocco is Director of Museum Operations for Revolutionary Spaces, an organization that creates programming and preserves the history of the old State House.
This building was constructed in 1713 to serve as the seat of colonial governance, and it continued all the way until about 1776 and the Declaration of Independence. It played such an important role during the colonial era and the Revolution. It's flattering, I suppose, for other places to have copied the structure.
While the old State House is now a museum, a tour of Weymouth Town Hall reveals an active civic building with great reverence for its history.
This is currently the Town Council chambers.
Pictured here are the town's 5 Medal of Honor recipients, and down the hall, much more.
Why don't we take a look inside the mayor's office?
It's a Weymouth location well worth a visit and not hard to find. Just look for the building that looks like Boston's old State House.
I've looked around, I haven't seen any others, so we are the one.
The Weymouth Town Hall was designed by McLaughlin and Burr.
the same architect responsible for Fenway Park. It's actually 20% larger than the old State House. It was completely renovated in 1988 to add some more modern amenities.